everyone, I have a really fun dessert recipe for you today. It's a pavlova, and I think a lot of people are afraid of making pavlova because it sounds and looks kind of challenging, but it's really just egg white meringue baked low in the oven, low and slow, cools in the oven. Just a handful of ingredients. They're all right here: egg whites, sugar, a little vanilla, a little vinegar, and a little cornstarch, and that's it. And then you can kind of fill the well in the middle with whatever you want. So mine is going to be a cookies and cream pavlova. Normally you would put fruit in the center, and it's a beautiful, colorful dessert. I thought everybody loves cookies and cream, so let's put cookies and cream in the little well in the center. But just mastering the pavlova is the best part, because then you can put anything you want. So I'm going to show you how to do it. First thing I did was, this is kind of cool. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to do lots of individual pavlovas instead of one big one. So you can use this recipe to make one big 9-inch pavlova, which you would take a cake pan and trace the bottom onto a piece of parchment paper. What I did is I took my biscuit cutter, I don't know if you can see that because of the bright light, but I made 8 circles, so I'm going to do 8 individual pavlovas. So I used a pencil, I'm going to flip it over, and that'll be ready for me when I'm ready with my meringue. So now in this mixing bowl, it's fitted with the whisk attachment, and I have a half a cup of egg whites. You can use the pasteurized liquid egg whites. You can use regular eggs. So you need half a cup, and preferably room temperature. You get more volume out of that. So we've got a half a cup of egg whites going in. Just a pinch of salt. There we go. And then I'm gonna whisk this on high until I get stiff peaks, and you'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got stiff peaks with just the egg whites and the salt. That's what it looks like. See how it holds its shape? So I can now gradually add 3/4 of a cup of sugar on medium. I'm just gonna slowly get it in there, scrape down the sides, and then beat it again until it's stiff and glossy. That's what we're going for. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it's beautiful. The egg whites are glossy and smooth and holding their shape, so it's great. So just 3 quick things go in. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract preferably, half a teaspoon of white vinegar, cider vinegar, or lemon juice. This helps keep the air that we have incorporated into the egg whites in there. It works in conjunction with, and believe me, you're not gonna taste vinegar or lemon or anything. It's gonna taste nice and sweet. And then a teaspoon of cornstarch, which also helps the egg whites hold their shape after they bake. So I am just going to incorporate this just until it's blended, and then we'll get them to the baking sheet. Okay, everything's smooth and blended. So now I'm going to show you very quickly how to turn this wonderful sweetened egg white into a crisp, caramelized, delightful dessert. So again, here's the parchment paper that I made all my circles on, and you could do the one circle in the middle, a 9-inch round cake pan, or I did 8 little circles. And you can use a cookie scoop. You want to just get a mound right in the middle there. So each one of these is about a tablespoon. So I'm going to do maybe 3 tablespoons per mound. And so you can see what that looks like on there. There's one pavlova. I'm going to keep going till I fill the tray. Okay, I've got all 8 pavlovas lined up on my baking sheet, and I took the back of a spoon and made a little indent in each one so we have a place to put the cookies and cream. Super easy. It's not going to make a huge well, but you're going to have the cookies and cream mounting up on top, or fruit if you were going to use fruit. So these are ready to go into the oven. The oven is preheated to 250 degrees. It's low. If you're gonna do one 9-inch pavlova, you start checking at about 45 minutes. So because I'm doing 8 smaller ones, I'm actually gonna start checking at 15 to 20 minutes. We want them dry to the touch and just starting to get golden brown, but really white is the okay color that we're going for, because that way they're crisp on the outside, chewy on the inside, just like a meringue. So these are going in, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, it's been 20 minutes at 250 degrees. They're dry to my touch, not turning brown yet, which is perfect. So now I'm gonna turn off the oven. I shouldn't have taken them out, but I wanted to show you. So the oven goes off and they sit in there for an hour. That's the hardest part, is waiting, but this helps them get a nice crisp exterior and like a fluffy marshmallow middle. That's the perfect. So they're gonna go back in with the oven off and just kind of cool that way. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, they've rested an hour in the oven. I was totally patient. I even made a pot of chili while I waited. There it is. So it gives you time to do something else. They are totally fabulous looking. Look at that. And also, while they were cooling in the oven, I made the topping, which is 1 cup of whipped cream of choice. You can use the frozen, you can use the fresh, you can make your own, and 1/2 cup of crushed cookies. Any cookie you want. I use these chocolate sandwich cookies. I smashed them with a rolling pin in a plastic bag so they wouldn't go all over the place. So you just put a dollop of the cookies and cream topping on top of your pavlova. Beautiful. Ooh, it's so sweet and wonderful. And I like to garnish with a cookie just so everybody kind of knows that it's cookies and cream. So I'm gonna finish doing these. You're gonna see what they look like on a dessert plate, and it's wow factor time. I really hope you try these cookies and cream pavlovas. I hope I demystified the thought of making a meringue. It's really easy. The hardest part is waiting the hour for them to cool in the oven, but that payoff is huge. That crisp exterior, the chewy, sweet interior, any topping you want. I think you're gonna love it. So let me know if you try it, and I'll see you next time.